Start.
This is Vaidehi, Faculty of Computer Applications, Dr.M.G.R Educational and Research Institute, Maduravoyal, Chennai. I welcome Mrs. Jayashree to compare this session. Thank you.
Small cheer and great welcome makes a merry feast. A very good morning to one and all present here. I am Jayashree, Assistant Professor. அனைவருக்கும் எங்களது இனிய காலை வணக்கம். Today we are here for the one-day student development program, Innovation Spotlight IEEE XPLORE, organized by Faculty of Computer Application, Dr.M.G.R Educational and Research Institute, Chennai. God gives you people you need. We pray the Almighty and start with Tamil Thai Valtu.
நீராறும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமடந்தை கெழிலொழுகும் சீராறும் மதனமென திகழ்வரத கண்டமிதில் எக்கணமும் அதில் சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு விரை முதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறம்பியந்து செய்ய மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
If your actions inspire others to dream more, to learn more, to do more, and become more, you are the leader. Let me invite our leader, the captain of the ship, Dr. Vijay Vinod, Professor and Head, Faculty of Computer Application, Dr. M.G.R Educational and Research Institute, Chennai, to welcome the gathering. Welcome, ma'am.
A very good morning to one and all present here, and a warm welcome to the gathering. I take this opportunity, and it is a privilege to introduce my department. Department of CA is a part of Dr. M.G.R Educational and Research Institute, established in the year 1988, pioneered by our respected chairman, Dr. A.C. Shanmugam, and our president, Mr. A.C.S. Arun Kumar. The Department of Computer Applications, established in the year 1993. Currently, we have student strength crossing 1,000 in number, highly educated, well-trained faculty, out of which 70% are doctorates who publish research papers of high impact. We were elevated as a separate faculty in the year 2013, and FOCA offers BCA, MCA, MPhil, and PhD programs. Apart from the regular UG degree, we offer industry-specific skill-integrated UG programs, BCA partnered with IBM, BCA Digital Technology with partnership with NIIT, BCA Big Data Analytics in partnership with Institute of Analytics, BCA Data Science and AI with connection with Oracle, and BCA Financial Technology in connection with the Bombay Stock Exchange. All these extra additional courses are to prepare the students to suit their industry needs. Other than this, the students are offered various skilling programs on specialized areas in programming, data sciences, and Java-based digital technologies, and many more. The event is titled as Innovation Spotlight IEEE XPLORE. Now, as we all know, creativity and innovation is something which lack insight among the younger generations, though lots of government initiations are there to support this challenge. Like IEDC, MSME, lots of offers are also there. In fact, it's just a matter of taking little extra effort, a change in the approach of thinking and motivation that is required to establish yourself to a budding researcher in a very younger age. The event is mainly to address the students' research and need and guide the student community on how to start a research, where to get the resources to initiate on an academic research. So here we have our guest speakers, Mr. Periyasamy Pradeep, trainer for IEEE and EBSCO. And on behalf of the department, I heartily welcome you, sir. I wish to welcome our student participants who have taken a lot of effort to register. Thanks to all of you for registering. Thank you so much. I welcome you all for the gathering. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
You welcome.
Ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
We welcome our joint registrar agendas.
Okay, okay. The amount of good luck coming your way depends on your willingness to act. Next, I invite our wonderful motivator who guide us in the right path, our beloved Dr. Malini Pandey ma'am, Joint Register, Dr.M.G.R. Educational and Research Institute, Chennai, to deliver the keynote address. Welcome, ma'am.
Thanks a lot. A very good morning to all of you. I would first like to thank the department for giving me this honor and privilege of talking to the students and to all of you. I would like to thank the resource person, Mr. Pradeep, for coming to our university, and a warm welcome to him on behalf of the management. My regards to my Vice Chancellor of the university, Dr. Geeta Lakshmi. I think you have a wonderful team here, computer applications under the leadership of Dr. Vijay Vinod. You are doing an amazing job. The department has been growing continuously, and we have added a lot of innovative courses this year. Over the past 2-3 years, we have added a lot of industry-linked courses, which will add value to the student community. Now, coming to today's session, I think it's a very interesting session, and I think the right speaker is there today with us to guide you on research. I would like to just, the basics of any knowledge gathering or any research starts with, I think there are 4 things that I would like to focus on: assimilation, analysis, synthesizing, and then comes the innovation part. Now, we are living in very interesting times, and the students are actually, they have access to loads and loads, of material on the web. The first thing that you do when you start your research, the first step to that is trying to assimilate knowledge on the subject. So you need to know the goal of your knowledge search. What are you searching for? What is your topic? What is the objective of your research? Once you are clear about the primary and secondary objectives of your research, then you can do a proper assimilation of data and information. When I say assimilation of data, see, there'll be lots of data available on the net on any topic. You need to know what pieces of information are relevant to your topic, which pieces of information are better than the other. So when you get loads of data, you need to, it's like sometimes searching for needle in a haystack. So you need to be very clear, this is my primary objective, and this information and this data meets my primary objective. So the first step is assimilating knowledge in the right manner. The second step, very important, is analysis. So I would like all the students to gather these skills while they are in campus. The skill to assimilate the right kind of data, the skill to analyze that data. See, there are difference of opinion among different scientists, different management thinkers, different people. When you are gathering data, you need to understand the conflicting opinions that lie in that particular field, analyze that, do a proper analysis of that information, and after doing that analysis, you synthesize that. That is the third step. So it starts with assimilation or knowledge gathering, analyzing that information and that knowledge, and seeing understanding the conflicts among the scientists and the thinkers, and then synthesizing, which means making it something called your own. So this is somebody else's information. You understand the different points of view, but then you need to synthesize it and make it your own output, your own work. And the last step, when you do these 3 steps properly, definitely you will go to the last step, and that is called innovation. Whether it is innovation in theoretical research or innovation related to application oriented research, but innovation will come only when the first 3 steps have been done properly. That is assimilation, analysis, synthesizing, and then you innovate. And before all this comes the most important thing, knowing the primary objective of your research. Primary objective of research and secondary objective of research. So I think there is already here an expert who will talk a lot more to you on all this. I would just like to tell the student community to utilize their time in the campus productively. Extremely important. We all keep blaming the system, we blame the infrastructure, we blame sometimes the weather, we blame our parents, we blame our teachers. But I think we need to stop that and understand that the choice is always with us. What is success? Success is the choices that we make. A series of right choices will give you success. Series of wrong choices will give you failure. So the choice lies with the chooser, with the individual. When you understand that the onus of success is with you, on you, responsibility is on you, definitely you will succeed. So instead of putting blame on the system or on others, we have to realize that we need to make the right choices, and with those right choices, definitely success will come. Second thing that I would like to say is, please come out of your comfort zones. So there is so many things we keep telling the students. I want to just focus on two things: making the right kind of choices in your years in the campus, and secondly, coming out of your comfort zone. That is so important. Just going to class, listening to the lecture, or nowadays even that is not there. So we are all learning online. But just going through your subject material and being comfortable in your own cocoon, your own shell, is not going to give you any great success. It's a very competitive world. So if you need to succeed, it's extremely that you come out of your comfort zone, learn new things, learn new skills, and only then you can achieve something spectacular in your life. I think this wonderful institute, our university, we keep trying to innovate, keeping the students' need in mind. And you have a wonderful team here in Department of Computer Applications. So leverage all these resources optimally. I wish you all the best for this program, and all the best to the wonderful team here.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your encouraging and enthralling speech.
Thank you. Thank you.
We are here for a reason. I believe a bit of the reason is to throw little torches out to lead the people through the dark. It's time for the guest to honor. I call upon Dr. T. Muralidharan, Assistant Professor, Faculty of Computer Application, Dr.M.G.R. Educational and Research Institute, Chennai, to introduce Mr. R. Periasamy Pradeep for today's Student Development Program.
Thank you, Jayashree ma'am. I am Dr. T. Muralidharan, here to introduce today's speaker, Mr. R. Periasamy Pradeep, Training Manager, South India, EBSCO Information Services, and IEEE. Periasamy Pradeep has more than 12 years of experience in industry, currently working as Training Manager in EBSCO and IEEE. Previously, he has been associated with Platinum Guild International, ITC Contracting Engineering, LLC, ERAM Engineering. He had offered trainings of various professionals from various sectors of business, which includes top management people, entrepreneurs, startups, professionals, faculties, and sales personnel, students, and others. Pradeep has been awarded as Best Trainer in South India from SIBA Business Award in the year 2018, and also received an award for Best Relationship Intelligence Coach in Tamil Nadu from India Business Award in the year of 2018. Pradeep has also been appeared in Doordarshan Tamil channel to educate kids on how to protect themselves from social insecurities. Pradeep and his wife have also been awarded by CIM SME in the year of 2019 for empowering women of rural India to be an entrepreneur through his training program called FEW, that is Financially Empowering Women. All these training programs he has created come under amphibious project Relationship Intelligence Institute, which is first of its kind in India. Pradeep pursued his MS Aerospace Engineering from Queen Mary University of London. and an MBA in Operational Management from Ulayskov State University of Russia, and BE Mechanical Engineering from KLN College of Engineering, Madurai. He is past Secretary of Rotary Club of Chennai Spartans and active member of Chennai Rotary Club and other organizations, BNI, CIMSME, IMPA, and Toastmasters. With this, I am closing. All of us are waiting to hear you, sir. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Dr. Muralidharan. Sir, the session is yours.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Muralidharan sir, for the wonderful introduction you have given about me. Thank you so much for that. So before I start the session, I would also like to thank Dr. Radharam Mohan sir for giving me an opportunity for this session when I have discussed with him. I think it's more than two weeks like we were discussing on this. And I would also like to thank HOD ma'am, Viji ma'am, for giving me this opportunity for your honorable university, and also to Malini ma'am. Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity. And I would also like to thank Muralidharan sir, Vaidehi ma'am, and Jayashree ma'am for coordinating with me since yesterday for making this event to be a big successful. Thank you so much for that. And I would also like to welcome all the faculties and students from Dr.M.G.R. University for this wonderful session. I believe that time what you're going to invest for next 1 hour would be very useful for you, and I believe I will also make justice to that. And if you have any question related to that, you can always use the chat box for the question. Just give me a minute. I will just start sharing my screen, and please let me know once my screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, please.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm also leaving my contact number and email ID here. You can just make a note of it. If in case you have any queries related to IEEE, your first point of contact would be Dr. Radharam Mohan sir. So he could be able to help you on that. But if in case you feel that you need any additional information, or he's occupied with some other work, and if you need that to be clarified immediately, you can always send me an email, or this is the number. You can contact me, or you can WhatsApp me. So this is my contact information. You can please make a note of it. So first, I will also start with some of the key attractions of today's webinar. So I will be today's webinar will be with two different set of sections. First, for the first 10 to 15 minutes, I will be going with the slide, and then I will also show you the live demo. So I have quite a few number of slides with me. I know seeing a presentation PPT slide may make you feel that, oh, come on, there are so many slides, but I have reduced so much of slide, and each and every slide what I have made would be very much useful for computer applications. So you can please concentrate on this one, so that it will gain you more information about IEEE, IEEE Explorer, and how the industry is going to change, how the aspect is going to change, and everything. We can discuss it, and you can also view from the IEEE Explorer what are all the future technologies the companies are focusing. The companies like Tata, the Reliance, Wipros, the SR, and Bosch, all these companies, what are all the latest technologies they are focusing on. I will be also able to tell you like where you can go and access to that. Okay, so this part I will be helping you in the live demo, and in the PowerPoint slide I will be speaking about IEEE and IEEE Explorer, how you can make maximum leverage with IEEE and IEEE Explorer, and what are all the values and benefits you can use it not only for your academic purpose but also in your career part of you, and how there are the certificates is going to help you in your career ladder. Okay, and I will be also telling you how we can retrieve the right set of articles from 5.2 million article which is already available in IEEE. And what is it? Recent trending technologies I have already told you. And for your academic purpose, especially when we are in technological field, and if you want to do some research or submit some papers, the major challenge what we get is when we refer from an article which is already been published by some other author, and if you are referring it to it, and if you want to export the equations which is present in the article, or if you want to download any of the high resolution figures from the article, it is going to be a big challenge, and it will take more of our time when we are doing our project works, because we need to copy it, we need to save it, download it, we need to rearrange it. So all this may kill your time. So just to save your time, you can do all this process within some 3 to 5 seconds of time in the shortcuts what I'm going to tell you. This would be very much useful if you're doing your academic purpose and academic researches from IEEE XPLORE. So I will be also covering that point. And in the end, I will be telling you about the campus interview parts. Like here, I will be suggesting you some of the courses which you can able to take from IEEE, which is related to the campus interview or the English for engineering, or some of the latest technologies like blockchain, finite element, and all these courses. I can able to show you it in the live demo. And apart from that, if you're preparing for your campus interviews or your placements, I will be showing you where you can be a little ahead of your candidates, who is going to attend a campus interview with it. And the conferences part, almost we are in the end of this year. We have just 3 to 4 months next. And if you want to attend to any of the IEEE conferences, and if you want to make a connection with some of the technical experts, and the best part of this COVID situation is, as our Mali ma'am was telling, rather than sitting and complaining, you can just make use of the technologies, or you can just make use of the leverage of the virtual conferences happening. Because previously these conferences would be happening across the world, and you need to visit to that country and you need to attend. But today in this scenario, we are having all the conferences virtually, so you can also attend it and you can also get benefit out of it. And in the end, if you have any question and answers, I can able to answer it to you. And I have a quick online quiz session that would be an interesting part about what we have discussed today. Okay, so please don't miss it. So now let's get into the session, the main part of the webinar, that is IEEE. As you all know, IEEE, we call it as Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineer. It's the world's largest technical professional association. Our main mission is to advance technology for humanity. And we have more than 4 lakhs of members from 160 countries. And our mission statement is IEEE core purpose is to foster technological innovation and excellence for the benefit of humanity. And IEEE is a not-for-profit organization. And if you want to go back to know about the history of IEEE, in the year 1884, I believe you can see who's this gentleman who contributed so much of his work for our today's comfortable living, like Thomas Alva Edison, or it may be Alexander Graham Bell, or Nikola Tesla, or Marconi. So all these people, okay, they have started a community, especially in the year 1884, American Institute of Electrical Engineering, which has been founded by Thomas Alva Edison and Alexander Graham Bell, and some of other notable scientists or innovators. They have started an organization called American Institute of Electrical Engineering, because they felt whatever the enhancements or the researches which has been happened in the technological world, they want that to be collected in a place where the future generation can use it for their reference, and they can modify it, innovate from it for the better living of the people. So they have started in the year 1884. The like-minded people like Nikola Tesla or Marconi, they have started Institute of Radio Engineering in the year 1912. Okay, so in the year 1963, on January 1st, this American Institute of Electrical Engineering and Institute of Radio Engineering has been clubbed together to form IEEE. So this is the history of IEEE. So if you could also go and find an article, you can find article that date back to 1884. And the founding members also have told you. So this is one of the privilege what your university have offered you to explore for your academic as well as for your career part, how you can use the IEEE and the value and the founding members who are all present in this IEEE. And by numbers, as I told you, we have in more than 160 countries, and we have more than 1.25, that is 25% of the IEEE member is students. So they contribute more than 25% of the students contribute more than 35% of the article or their research work for IEEE, and it's a good news that even you have a big scope where you can contribute your work in IEEE so that that can be used by the other researchers or scientists or the scientists. And these are all some of the numbers which I could tell you. And IEEE also have student branches, and we have 39 technical societies and 7 technical councils. And what IEEE Explore Digital Library does. So we publish top-cited science and technology research in the field, mostly notably our journal, conferences, and standards. Who we serve? We serve electrical, electronic, and computing fields, and also non-circuit professionals. As well as anything related to science and technology, they can always welcome to use IEEE from here. And our main sector, who are all using the IEEE and for the benefit of their organization, institutes, and their corporation is like academic institute, corporates, and government organizations like DRDO. And we also have many of the scientists from DRDO associated with IEEE, ISRO associated with IEEE. So you can also be part of that. And when we use IEEE Explorer, this will save your time and money. And yes, this is the part which I have already explained. I will be sharing this PPT in a PDF format to you all for your future references if you need any information more about it. And as per the downloads, if we take in IEEE, we have more than, this is 12 million is in the year 2018. So especially in this lockdown, there are so many students and researchers have been using IEEE, and we have on an average of 18 million downloads every month is happening. And if you take this, this is going to be one of the interesting part where, as per the technological aspect and as per the usage of IEEE from the technical scientists and researchers, you could see India leads the 3rd place. Next to US and China comes the India, because we contribute so much to the technological world, and we should be proud of it, and we are also part of it. And tomorrow, I believe we all would be contributing more to the world, and we can lead the world by contributing more of our knowledge and our work to the technical world. And these are some of the impact factor journals. And if you take how the quality of journals you get from IEEE, like top 20 is from electrical and electronic engineering, and we have for artificial intelligence, top 5 out of 5, we have 3 from IEEE that has been contributed. And we also have for automation and control system, out of 10, we have 8 from IEEE, which is leading in that top. See, in my normal webinars, I may not use these many slides, but today I'm using extra 5 to 6 slides is just to motivate you that you have got a big opportunity to explore, to leverage yourself on your creativity, on the innovation part or in the technical part, and then you can also create an impact in this world by publishing your work. Okay, and these are all some of the top journals, and you can also see the ranking of IEEE journals, and you can access more than 199 journals from IEEE Explorer. That is the journals which has been published directly from IEEE, and these are all some of the #1 rankings in the world which have already created impacts. And if you're interested in any of the topics, you can always feel free to access to the IEEE. And if you're interested in publishing any of the articles or your work, you can see the impact ratio. It has been 3 times cited when compared to the other publishers on the aspect of technical works. Okay, and some of the new journals for the year 2020, you can see every year IEEE comes up with 3 to 5 journals on an average, and this year we have come up with 3 journals, that is IEEE Journal of Emerging and Selected Topics in Industrial Electronics, selected IEEE Journals on Selected Area and Information Theory, IEEE Transaction on Technology and Society. So these are 3 journals new which you can also access from IEEE Explorer, which I will be showing in a couple of minutes. And this is the last year's journal. So last year we have come up with 4 new journals, and you can see this. And this is one of the interesting part, and especially if we are part of a student in this year or in the year 2020, we may not ignore this concept, right? So IEEE and fourth industrial revolution. So as we all know, industrial revolution is going to happen, and in fact it's already happening. See, when I created this slide in the month of January, I mean the concept of the industrial revolution, this has been created in the month of January. So when we create in the month of January, we have thought by the year 2025 this fourth industrial revolution will happen. But now, maybe after March 21st or 22nd, we can see how fast the entire global impact have been changed, right? And also I have given you what are all the industrial revolutions that has been happened till now. First is steam. The first industrial revolution is steam, and then comes the electricity, then the computing, and fourth it comes the cyber physical systems. And yes, as you all know, today we are all connected with virtual classes, online classes, and you know how much each and every organization is investing on firewalls, the malware softwares, and the protection of their data. It has been one of the most investments which each and every organization is doing, rather it may be a corporate companies or an university or an any scientific or technological industries. Okay, so the fourth industrial revolution is coming up, and as ma'am was telling in the beginning of the session, we are in a situation where you have a lot of opportunity to learn, right? But the challenge what we face is where we need to relearn, where we need to unlearn and relearn. That is where the challenge is coming to us, and especially when we get into the fourth revolution, industrial revolution, yes, this will create much of impact for us. Okay, so it may be on any aspect. So regarding to your academic systems, or regarding to your career, job, or the business, or the startups, what you're going to do, in whatever the way or whatever the plans you have for your future, that will definitely going to impact. And as I told you, when we created this slides for presentation in the month of January, we targeted that it would be in the year 2025. But I already believe we are already on the process, and by 2022, definitely the fourth industrial revolution is going to impact for us. Okay, you can also learn more about the impact, fourth industrial revolution impacts. I will be sharing the slides, and in that you can also refer to it. And if you have any queries on that, you can also contact me to know more about it. Okay, so these are all some of the upcoming technologies which the fourth IR is going to follow it up. Okay. Okay. So next we have some of the new features and enhancement what has been done in what we have added in IEEE. But to show you that, I would like you to take you to the live demo of IEEE Explorer. So please remember this URL. It is IEEE explore.ieee.org. So Explore is X. It is not EXPLORE. It is XPLORE. Okay, so this is IEEE explore.ieee.org. If you type this URL, you will be landing into the live page. Okay. So this is the landing page of IEEE Explorer. So is my IEEE Explorer page is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. So this is the landing page of IEEE Explorer. So here in the top, you can see like you can browse directly into some of the books from IEEE conferences. This conferences, the conferences which has already been happened, and some of the topics which has been discussed in the conferences. If you want, you can access from it. You also have some of the course, journals, standards, and you also have some of the settings which I will be explaining it to you. And if you have a search box here, and you also have advanced search option where you can search, which you can leverage for your search. I will be also explaining it to it. And below that, you can see there is a ribbon called COVID-19 related research in IEEE Explorer. So this you can always access to it. We have more than 700 articles, if I'm not wrong, in this. So all these articles are related to the current COVID-19 situation, and yes, it's purely depending on the technological part where IEEE could able to contribute to the to the welfare of the society. But this is also been viewed an aspect of like bioengineering departments and biotechnological departments can also access the articles from it. And there are also some of the article which will be related to the latest technologies after the COVID, or how you can activate it during the COVID period. So you can please go through it when you have your free time. We have more than 790 articles in this. Okay, to access to this COVID-19 article, you can directly click onto it. But to access the other part, you need to enter the username and login, which I will be, will be telling you how you can access the user credentials and log into it. And apart from that, you can also see some of the top authors across the globe who have contributed much in the recent time. So this list may get changed as the authors are contributing more. So you can also see that one. And what are all the featured articles? So whatever the article you see from here would be the some of the latest technologies which has been already discussed in some of the top technological areas from top technological departments and organizations. You can also use it to view what's really in the cup as of now. And you can, if you are interested in submitting any of your articles or paper, you can always click here and you can submit. Anyway, I will be explaining it to you by end of the before end of the session, where you can also go and find some more information about publishing your articles. You can also know about it, and you can see some of the upcoming updates in cyber securities and 5G technologies, and you can also see the upcoming conferences. So for the month of September, it has already been registered and it is already full. But if you're interested in registering for October, November, December conferences, you can always register from here. And yes, it is obviously paid conference. It's not free. It's obviously paid. You can pay. So if you're interested in attending these conferences, you can always attend to it. So now let me go to the top, and then I will be telling you how you can access the IEEE Explorer from your university, customized subscriptions what you have taken. See, in the top, you can see there is institutional sign-in, right? You can see in the top there is something called institutional sign-in. Click on to that. Once you click on to that, you need to click on sign-in with username and password. Okay, so this username and password would be shared to you by Radharam sir after this session, or by evening or by morning. He would be able to share it to you. Only if you have this username and password, you can able to access all other information apart from what we have seen outside here from the IEEE Explorer. Okay, and one important thing you need to note is that this username and password which you are going to get from your professor, that that should not be shared to any of your friends or other peoples who are outside M.G.R. University. Okay, so it's purely customized for our organization only. So please don't share it outside our institution. Okay, so here you need to type the username and password, and definitely this will not be your username and password. This is my official one. So once you enter into it, in the top here you're seeing demo ASPP or POP. So in the top you would be seeing your institute, your university name, Dr.M.G.R. University. If you could able to see that, which means you are in the right page, and you can able to access whatever the facilities you are getting from your institute, your university. I'm sorry. Okay. So please make sure that whether you're in the right page before you start logging into it, and the rest we can start searching, or we can start speaking about each and every tab which is available for you to do your research and your innovation part. Okay, so once you are signed in, I will come here. You have an option of browse. So as I told you before, you can directly access to books or conferences or course, journals and magazines and standards. So you also have some of the interesting courses here from IEEE. So just give me a minute. It's taking some time to load. This won't take this much of time when you're accessing from your home, because my video is also on, and I'm since I'm sharing my screen, and there are a couple of screens also open, so that's why taking some time. So if you come into the course part, IEEE courses, you can find some of the latest course in 5G networks, blockchains, finite element, and autonomous vehicle technologies. And there are more than 600 courses which has been classified under each and every discipline or every category. Okay, like aerospace, bioengineering, communication, IEEE standards, telecommunication, signal processing, robotics, emerging technologies, transportation, and you can also find some of the courses with career development and English for engineering. Okay, so the courses like career development is being specifically designed when you are approaching for some of the interviews, or because this course is being planned and been executed by top HRs of the top organizations, because they have felt that there is always a gap between the industry requirement and the students who are applying for the job or the candidates who are applying for the job. So to fill that gap, there are also some courses which is being given by IEEE, and there is one more interesting course called English for Engineer. And as you all know, we all could able to speak English fluently. There is no doubt on that. And yes, in today's scenario, English is one of the main criteria. But the concern, what we get from the companies or the HRs or the vice presidents of top organizations, are that the candidates, they are not that much fluent in the technical Englishes or the engineering Englishes, which we speak in that way. As you all know, if you take doctors, though we say it is heart attack, they have some other term, right? Their English is different, medical English is different. Same way, we also have technical English, and the company is expecting those kind of Englishes when you are approaching for the job or when you're in the career. So to know about that, you can also access to these courses. Okay, and there are some courses which would be chargeable for you. You can also explore that courses as well. And next, if you want to access to any of the journals, I can directly click on to journals and magazines. As I told you, you can able to access 199 journals from IEEE, and all these journals are being sorted in alphabetical order, or you can also search the journal here. You can search by title or by topic. So the title is the journal title. For example, here if you take IEEE Aerospace and Electronic System Magazine is the title of the journal. Okay, but let me say there is a concept called noise mitigation, or let me say IoT. Okay, there may be so many articles which has been related to IoT that has been published, but I'm not sure in which journal that has been published. So in that case, I can click on by topic, and then I can enter the topic name so that it will be searched in that order. Okay, so the same way you can search for journals and magazines, and you can also access, you can also refine your search with only 2 journals or with only 2 magazines. And you can also sort your the journal by the years. As I have told you in my introduction PPT slide, IEEE have article date back to 1872 to 2021. You may think, what is this 2021? We are in the year 2020, but what is this 2021? It is that there are so many articles which would have been approved by the experts of that specific area of interest. For example, let's say I have published an article related to robotics, and the experts of that field would have already approved my article to get published in IEEE. But the journal in which my robotic article need to be published will get published only in the month of April 2021, and it is an yearly journal. So what it will do, we need to wait till that journal comes in the year April 2021, right? But if you are accessing the same from the digital view, IEEE Explorer or the digital library part, you can even access to the future journals which are yet to get published. So that is why it is showing 2021. Anyway, I will also speak a little bit extra with some live examples when I get into the searches. Okay, so in this way, you can access to books, conference course, journals, magazines, and standards and other information. And you also have my settings where you can set alerts for your interesting journals. And if you want to set alert here for the journal, you can set alert by signing up for alerts. So one thing here you need to be aware is that the user credential or the username and password what we have entered is for the M.G.R. University, okay, for the professors, students and lecturers of M.G.R. University. Okay, it may be MCA or it may be civil engineering, mechanical, ACE, whatever department, but if they are associated with M.G.R. University, they all will get a common username and password for this institutional login, which I have told you before. Okay, so that is a common username and password. Next, there is one more thing which is for individual person. Okay, for me, for you, for each and every individual, you can also create a personal sign-in. So like if you have your Gmail account, Yahoo account, Hotmail, or whatever the email accounts or your university email account, you can also sign into your personal email account. But if you feel, okay, I don't want to give any of my email accounts here, I want to create a separate account for IEEE, you can also create a separate account from here. The reason why I'm asking you to know about this personal sign-in is that, see, to do your personal sign-in, you need to enter your first name, last name, like how we create our Gmail account or our any of the social media account is the same similar way. So you need to give all the details and then you can enter the email ID or the your personal username and password what we have created. Okay, so the reason why I'm insisting on this is when you want to set an alert. Let's say you are doing a research, for your academic purpose. It may be for your academic purpose or your career purpose in the topic of IoT, but you may not know out of this 5.2 million article which is available in IEEE, is there is any new article that has been published in IoT. You cannot go and check each and every time or every week or even every month because we are not sure what is the new article that has been published. Because if you take IoT in the search box, I will be showing you now, we will be having at least some 20,000 or 17,000 articles. How do you know what is the latest one or what is the recent article that has been published? So to set alert for that, you can sign in with your username and password what you have created or your Gmail account, and then you can click sign in, so that this will be able to help you the able to set alerts for those specific topics. Now you can see it is showing my name. Okay, so please don't get confused with the two logins what we have spoke. First, this institutional login is for Dr.M.G.R. University. Okay, this one is your personal. Here it is showing my personal name, Pradeep, and it may be showing your personal name. So this is like how you're using your separate Gmail ID. It is in that way. You also need to sign in into your personal account so that all your searches what you are doing today or tomorrow, the top 50 searches what you're doing will get defaultly stored for your under your personal login. So for example, you're accessing for IoT today and maybe after 2 weeks you didn't access to it, but if you want to come and know what is the last topic which I searched in IEEE, if you are already signed in, it will show you here in search history that what is the last topic you have searched here, and then you can start your searches from there. So this in this way it is also helpful. And as I told you, you can also set alerts for journals, some of your search topics like IoT, home automation, blockchains, and Pythons. If you are reading some articles about Python, so all this you can create separate alerts also. Okay, and okay, this help part I will be telling you in the end. And as I told you, we have 5.26 million articles which is available in IEEE. Okay, so as I have told you, let me take an example of IoT, okay, and give search. And I believe most of you would know what is IoT, Internet of Things, okay. So please don't think that I'm using anything much technical. So it is Internet of Things. I'm just using the short form IoT, or you can also type home automation, robotics, or Python, or whatever the search, terms which you are using for your academic purpose, or the terms which are interesting, you can also use that one and you can search. And as I have told you, see, we have more than 37,000 articles under this topic. Okay, and out of these 37 articles, we have 29,000 from conference and 254 from the books, and 5,000 plus from the journals, and 19 courses is also available, and 1,300 from magazines, and 18 which has been discussed on the aspect of standards. Okay, and in the last you can find there is something called early access article. So this is the one which I have already discussed with you when I am speaking in the journal. like I told you, right, there are some articles in the date of 2021. So what is 2021? We are in 2020. How come I access to the future article? It is the same. This is the area where you need to go and access to the future articles. Okay, that is, see, this area, early access article, you can also please make a point of it, because this is the place where the future technology or the companies like Tata's or Reliance or Bosch or SR, whatever the company you are focusing on, those companies' future, future plans on technology, or what they are currently focusing during this pandemic situation, all this will be available in this area, because the early access article would not contain more than 11 months of the article. Okay, so whatever the article you find here, it is all the very recent. It won't be more than 11 months. Okay, so always have an eye on this part whenever you do search in any of the topic. It may be IoT, home technology, robotics, or computer applications on a whole, the wide concept if you are taking, whatever it is, always keep an eye on the early access article, so you will be in the current trend. Okay, so when you are applying for any of the campus interviews or any of the off-campus interviews, you can, that this will always help you on that. Okay, and yeah, so let me also click apply here to view the early access article if you want. Okay, so now what I will do, let me remove this. I want information from all this article, and I also want you to tell that you can download up to 10 PDF in a single click. If you want to, if you feel there are 10 articles which is more interesting, or there may be sometime 25 articles also more interesting, but in a single click you can choose up to 10 articles, or even if you choose all articles, the 25 articles which is present in this page, but you can able to download only the 10 in a single click. You can choose out of it, because as you all know, most of the users, the technical users are using IEEE, just to avoid the, just for the privacy concern, we are allowing just 10 PDFs to be downloaded in a single click. But let's say I have just chosen 10 articles from here, the same way I have chosen 10 and I have clicked download, and then immediately I can also choose another 10 and then I can download. That is not an issue. There is no gap that you need to wait for this many times, so you can just always do it. There is a reason why I'm telling this, because by end of the session I will be sharing you one of an interesting task which I will be giving to you once you receive the username and password, because that is the process of our webinar. So there I will be asking you to find some of the interesting tasks, and the top three participants who are giving the interesting task would also get some of the prizes from IEEE. Okay, so that is why I'm just stressing on this point, how you can download the PDFs from here. Okay, if you have any questions, you can ask me in the chat box. So by end of the session, I can also able to help you on that. And others, as I have told you, in the journal part, you can also set alert for each and every terminologies or the keyword what you are searching here. Okay, and the most common question I get from the participant, when we are in this landing page, is that how do I know the topic or the result, like the results 1, 2, 3, 4, what I have got is the more relevant to the search term what I have asked, or how do I know that am I seeing the latest topic, latest article? To know about that, there is something called sort by, where you can click on to this. Okay, by default it will be more related to the relevance of the search term what you have used. Then you can also sort it with the newest article first. So whatever the article which has been published very recently, that will be in the top. So you can also choose in that way. And if in case you are doing some research work, okay, if in case you are doing some research work, and if you want to view some of the most cited paper, okay, which has been already cited by many of them across the globe, you can also choose your search from most cited articles, and you can also choose it from publications. So I think these are all self explanatory, so you can always choose to this, but by default it will be in the relevance. Okay, so the next thing is, you can see here next to the title you have red closed log, right? So whenever you find a red closed log, you may not be able to access to that article. You cannot able to access to the full article, or you cannot download the article, or you cannot export the equations or copy the equations or formulas or the images from this article. So to get the article which is having the green open log, always you need to remember in your left side there is something called my subscribed content. Click on to it. Okay, so when you click on to my subscribed content, you could see the red closed log. I mean, it's not there, it's only the green open log articles that is available to you. Yeah, always click on my subscribed content to view the full article or to download the entire articles here. Okay, and you can also sort the article with the year ranges from 1999 to 2021. It is available. You can also change the year by dragging. If you want access to last 10 years of the article, you can just drag the drag the bar, and then you can check it from here. And you can also sort it with author name. If you already know some of the author names, you can also sort it with there. And you can also sort it with the affiliations. So affiliation is nothing but to the organization where the author has been associated with. The organizations like M.G.R. University, if let me say there is one of your professor or your students, if they have published any of the articles, or if they have discussed any of the concept in the conferences, and if that article has been approved and published in IEEE, you can also find some of the affiliations with M.G.R. University. And yes, you also have some of the interesting articles from which has been published by our professors also. I have seen today morning, I could see some around 25 articles or something which has been published from our professor. So if you are interested in publishing any of the article, it would be also great that you can check from here, and you can go and approach the professors who have already published an article, so that they can also able to guide you on that. And then in fact you can also see, we may be part of Indian University, but even then we are not sure like the entire technologies where the university is focusing and all those things. So you can also come and know about that by checking the author affiliation part from here. Okay, and you can also sort by publication title, publishers, and you have something called supplement items, where you can find the articles which have got media attentions. So media attentions in the sense, it may be discussed in news or any of the technical news, or it may also discussed in any of the technical YouTube channels. So all those articles will come under media. And if you want to access to any of the data set or ocean code, you can also access directly from the supplemental items. Okay, and these are all some of the filters. And now let me open the article. And each and every article in IEEE will have HTML and PDF format for you. So the PDF format is very simple, that you have already read any of the newspaper or the magazine that is being shared by your friend or family members in WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, or Telegram, whatever it is. Any PDF format, what you have got or what you have used to it. So it is similar to that. The similar way you will be also reading this articles in the PDF format. Okay, but the advantage of HTML format over PDF is that in PDF all the articles are all the articles are printed. Okay, it is like there is no hyperlinked, or you cannot copy images from the PDF, or you cannot able to copy or export the equation from the PDF. So it is all in that similar way. Just give me a minute, let this page load. Yeah, so it is all in a printed format. Okay, so if you want to copy any of the equation or the images from here, you cannot able to do it from PDF format. But if you want to download the article, you can just click on download from here, and then you can store this article or print this article for your future references. But let's say if you want to download this image or copy this image for your work, what you can do is, I recommend you to go to the HTML format. So this is the HTML format. In HTML format, you can see all the subtopics or the author names are all hyperlinked. So you can directly click on the link to go to that specific section. And you can also see like how you can email this article, and you can also see the citations from here. So we have citations like BibTeX, RIS refers for your future works as well. Okay, and if you feel that I need to go to the end of this article session, I can click on that hyperlink and then I can go here. So this is the advantage with HTML when compared to PDF. Okay, and the other advantage is that, just give me a minute, let me go up. Okay, let's see, this is an image. If the same image is available in PDF, it is difficult for us to copy that image. So you have some ways, like you can change the format, or you can take a screenshot, I mean print screen, and then you can cut, but still when you zoom it, you won't get that exact quality. But if you are using the HTML format, you can directly click onto that image, and then you can right click to save this or email this article. And in the same way, if you have any of the equations here in the article, and if you want to export that equation, just give me 1 minute. I will stop my video. Probably my video, I'll just stop my camera, but the presentation will be here. Yeah. So because of that, the internet speed may be slow. That's why. Okay. Okay. What I will do is, let me choose a topic. Called robotics. Just changing the topic just to show you how you can export the equations from the original article for your article. Okay, because IoT articles majorly they don't contain much of equation, so it might be a little bit challenging for me to scroll to the entire article and to find where we find this equation. So that is why I have changed the topics, and then we can go and find the equation. Just give me a minute. It's loading. Okay. Okay, see, this is the equation which is available here. So let's say I'm doing my research work in Word, MS Word. Okay, so if I want to export this equation to my MS Word, what you can do is you can right click on this article, not the left click. You need to right click on this. Once you do the right click, it asks for show math as. Okay, just drag your mouse on that. Then it also asks for math ML code. Okay, click on the math ML code, and then there is a pop-up window. You need to select all the equation. You can use Control A to select all. Okay, but just to show you that I'm selecting the entire equation, I'm clicking on choosing line by line. So you can directly click Control A and then copy it. Control C. Okay, Control A and Control C. Go to your Word file, and then normally for copying we click on Control V, right? But here you need to use Control Alt V. Click on Control Alt V all together, and then there is a pop-up window. Click on the unformatted text and click OK. The same way how you find in the original article, the exact way you will also get an equation here. So you don't need to waste your time in aligning this part. But imagine if you're typing this equation by yourself, how long will it take for you to type and align all these things? Okay, so always use these shortcuts So I will show you how we can copy this one more time if in case some of you have missed it. So right click on this equation, click on show math as mathml code and choose this entire equation like Control A, Control C, and then go to your Word file. Go to your Word file and Control Alt V, and then click on unformatted text and click OK. Now you can find the equation is being placed in the same order. Right. So this is the way you can also export the export the equations or formulas from the HTML format. Okay. So if you have any questions related to it, please use the chat box. So in the end, I can able to answer it. Answer it to clarify your questions. Okay, and if I want to access only to the figures what has been used in this full article, you can directly click onto the figures and you can see what are all the images that has been used here. Okay, without any of the other extra contents which is non-related to the images what has been used, you can access only to the image. So this will able to help to download the images from here. Okay, and if you want to access to the references or the citations, you can click on it. You can click on the citations for your citation submissions from here. And this is the reference. You can also access to the reference. And the interesting part is in the reference as well as in the citation, you have something called citation map. If you click on the citation map, you get an eligibility to view both the reference and citations parallelly. Okay, and just to show you the difference between the citations and reference, citations are all hyperlinked and the reference is not hyperlinked, but you can know from where this article has been referred from. Okay, so to access to that, you need to click on citation map. So this citation map is available under citation as well as under reference. Okay, and below to that, you can also find some of the keywords which has been given by IEEE or author supplied keywords or inspect control indexing, inspect non-controlled indexing. So all this you can see. And if you want to know how many of them have used this article, see, you may be an author for this article, or you may be doing some research with this article, or this article would be helpful for your some other researchers. But if you want to know how many of them have already used it and how they about the usage and the metric purpose, you can always click on the metrics and you can find year by year how many of them have used it. So this would also be helpful if you're publishing any of your own article, and then you can track it month by month, like how many of them have used my article in this month. It will be automatically updated here. Okay, and we have just a couple of things to cover. I will just wind it up. And as I have told you, if you're preferring for some of the interviews, especially if you know the companies, let's say that you are going to attend an interview for Tata group of companies, or any one company from Tata. Okay, what you can do is you can click on advanced search. So once you are in advanced search, as of now, we have used only the basic search where we have only one single search box. But here you can find advanced search. Okay, so in this advanced search, what I can do is I can type Tata, and you can find there are metadata here. So from the metadata, go to author affiliations. There are also other metadata like document title, author, abstracts. So you can also use this one when you are doing your research searches here. But as of now, I'm taking author affiliations. So you can just click on that and click search. Now this will give you the results of the article that has been published by the Tata group. See, I have generally taken Tata, so you can also go more specifically like TCS or Tata Motors or whatever the organization you're looking for specifically. You can also type that name. So if I take Tata, we have almost 1967 articles available. Okay, and if you remember, I have told you previously about the early access article. So if you want to know where the company is focusing exactly on this period, or where the company is planning to focus for the future, always choose the early access article and then give apply. So out of 1900 plus article, we have just focusing on this 7 early access article. You can just go through some of the technologies, like they are focusing on swarm robotics and differential game formulations and meaning time varying topologies. So these are some of the technologies where they are focusing on, and then you can just have some basic information or basic knowledge about it. You can just go refer it from IEEE Explorer or some ideas about it. You can go through some of the articles from here, and then you can speak about it, where you will get a much more higher opportunity when compared to some of your other candidates when you are applying for your interview results. I mean interviews. Okay, so in this way, the author affiliations can be used along with early access article for preparing your interviews. Okay, so as per the agenda, we have come to the last part. In fact, there are so many things I can explain about IEEE. Even if you leave, I can explain it for almost more than 2 days. But I just want to make it sure that if you are interested in publishing any of the article in IEEE, just you need to know about what are all the criteria IEEE have set, to become an author or to get your articles to get published in IEEE. So for that, you need to go to help. You need to go to resource and help. Click on to that. And here, see this help and resource help, you can access it for even your basic search helps, like whatever we have discussed. Maybe not the all, but there are some areas where, like how to search the basic search or how to check the author affiliation. You also have some of the videos here. You can just click here. It will be like 2 to 3 minutes video, or maximum up to 7 minutes video will be available. You can also know it from there. Okay, but to know about the authors publishing work, just click on author center from here. It will show you the information. So what are the tools should author use, and what are all the formats, and how long will it get your articles to get published, and what are all the roles in article productions. So all this information you can view it from here. Okay, so to get into that, you need to click on help and then resource and help. Okay. And if you are interested in learning about some of the new standards, you can also click on IEEE SA. So IEEE SA is standard, and IEEE Spectrum is the journals. It's one of the popular journal. You can have it, and you can also view the journal online from here also. Okay, so this is what I have planned for today's session. Yes, there are so many other things, but first I thought, okay, let's start exploring these areas and for your researchers, and like maybe we can have another session on some other day, so that we can also continue with wherever we have left and what are all the other options we have with IEEE. So this is from that's all from my live demo. So let me go back to my PPT. Okay, and I have spoke about the code oceans and data sets, so that you can, I will be sharing this PPT in PDF format, so you can able to see it from here. And you can also use or view all what we have seen in IEEE Explorer by the mobile app. It's a free app that is available in App Store and Google Play in the name My Explorer. It's not IEEE Explorer in mobile app, it is My Explorer. Okay, if you search in Google Play or App Store My Explorer, you can download this app, and you can also use IEEE from your mobile phone, mobile app. Okay, so now it's question time. If you have any questions from your side, I can answer to it. Is there any questions, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Can you close your presentation?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. It was very much interesting and informative. Now I call upon Mrs. B. Nitya, Assistant Professor, Faculty of Computer Application, to handle the question and answer session.
Thank you, ma'am. Sir, now I will list out the questions posted by the participants. Question number 1. What sort of support is rendered by IEEE for patent-related research or innovation?
Okay. So what sort of supports and
Sir, can
for
you hear
research
me?
and patent related, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. See, what sort of support in the sense, in fact, I just also need some clarity in that question. So what was the intention of that question? Like whether they are interested in submitting any of the patents or they're interested in submitting any of the articles or so in that aspect they are ask the question, or they are asking in a way like how they can refer to it. So about the patents and importance that they already have. So, okay, maybe I will explain it in two ways. Maybe just give me a minute. Let me go and share my screen. And if in case, if any of you, if there is some kind of, the clarity if I need in the question, and if I'm asking, and if you're not able to type it as of now immediately, I will be also sharing you one form where you can ask that question, and we will be also able to help you on that part. Okay. So because sometimes, the participant may ask in a different view, but I may be explaining in some other view because it may vary if you didn't get the detailed question. So if that is the case, please don't worry. I will be sharing you one of the link Vaidehi ma'am will share, so that from that you can bookmark that link, in fact, and you can ask your questions, anything related to it, and that will be immediately addressed to our team, and they will be answering it for you. Okay. So I will just give an explanation. I'm not sure whether in this aspect they have asked this question, but okay, if you let me take in a way that you want to go for some of the patent, or if you want to get some of the highlights from the IEEE Explorer, and if you want to publish some of the articles or some new ideas here, as I have told you, actually it's a big area, so I may not explain each and everything, but I will tell you an area where you can go and access the informations. And if you need more clarities, please contact me or contact Radharam sir, so we could able to support you on that one, because some areas would be a little bit vast. Okay. So you can just click on this area. So here, though we have asked it's for the journals and other parts, or you can also go to the resource and help region, and you can go through about it. You can go through the contents from here, from the author center part, or you can type your patent related informations here. So it will give you the informations related to it. You can go through it. And if you still further have any questions, because this is a vast area, since I'm not exactly know the specific point of the question, I'm just telling you, you can view it from here. And if you still have any questions, please come back to me. Yeah, I'm sorry whether I couldn't able to address this question properly.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Next question. New mentoring areas of research that is going to be future of current outgoing students. How IEEE support for this requirement?
Okay, that I have already told you, we have a course, right? You can access to the course area in the IEEE Digital Explorer. Next to the IEEE Digital Explorer logo on the left side, you can see there is a browse. If you click on that browse, you can access to the course from there. Okay, so in that course area, the latest trending courses are there. For example, if we take 5G technology, this 5G technology course is being designed by Nokia, and if you complete that course, the certificate is being given by IEEE partnered with Nokia. Okay, and you may ask why Nokia? Because Nokia, we don't have the company in India. Why Nokia have designed this course? But you know what? The truth is, Nokia is the only company which is having the patent right of 5G technology as of today. So they have directly created a course for that. And if you are online, you can just go there and check in the IEEE Explorer part, we have course. So probably what I will do is I'll keep my screen sharing on, because every time I need to on, otherwise. Here you can access from here. Whatever the latest trending you are seeing, you can access the course, or as I have told you, you can access it from the early access articles. This two-way would able to help you on the upcoming technologies where the globe or the companies are focusing on. Okay, and one thing you need to be aware in the course, as I have told you, we have more than 600 courses available, but not all courses are free. There are courses which is also chargeable, especially if you're viewing about some of the latest technology, latest trending course. It may be chargeable, I'm not sure, because you can just try it out. But even if it is chargeable, it won't be much of the cost. It would be very like $3 to $10, not maximum of that.
Okay, thank you, sir. Next question. Any focus of IEEE on business analytics or data analytics?
Yes, you can type your search terms from here. Business. I would like to tell you, if you have any queries related to the keywords, you can just type it in the search box and then you can find, because there are so many keywords. It is a business analytics, right? Or the data analytics. Let me type it.
Yeah, focus on IEEE on business analytics or data analytics.
So focus in the sense, are they asking about the how to access the information related to it, or?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So you can type the keywords here and then you can find, because if you ask me, so, with the keyword part, like as I have told you, the data analytics or the business analytics or the IoTs or the robotics, we have so many keywords, and each keywords may be addressed in different ways by different authors, right? So keyword part, if you ask me, or any of the specific search term you ask me, it would be like a little bit like I may not be able to remember all the keywords, but the best area to identify where you can can find for your required keyword is this basic search box. And if you tried here and if you couldn't able to find any information related to that, and yes, then you can immediately contact us. We can able to help you on that.
Okay, sir. Next question.
And please don't mind the the answers what I'm giving. For some of the thing might be little bit the vast answers, because I can able to tell you where you can go and find. I think that would be the better way rather than like going into specifically and teaching you. So here we are in the webinar, like I will be showing you where you can go and find the informations. If in case that specific information is not there, then you can always come back to me. I could able to help you on that part.
Okay, sir. Next question. Since business or management are merging with technologies nowadays, does IEEE has any specific support on business management side?
So again, I believe it is related to the articles, right?
Yes.
Or okay, it's related to the article. Yes. You have spoke about the emerging technologies. I think I have already shown some of the examples on the emerging technologies when I speak about the courses. We have emerging technologies and we have business related interest with emerging technologies, and provided, see, there are one thing you need to be considered. If that business analytics has been going hand on hand with some of the technologies or some of the technological entrepreneurial future, yes, definitely we'll be having more number of articles on that. If not, if that is not very much close related to the technology, we may have article, but you may not find more numbers on that part. And I believe, if I'm not wrong, I have shown you somewhere about the emerging technologies. You can just click on it and you can view this area. Okay, or it's very simple. You can just type emerging technology, and if you have some multiple keywords, what you can do is you can go to advanced search. Go to advanced search. So emerging technologies, and what is your next thing they have asked? Business analysis. Huh? You can just type it or you can leverage this advanced search for each of your keywords. You can add up to 11 boxes. So you can type different keywords what you are looking for from this advanced search, and also you can try to retrieve the articles related to that. I hope does this answer your question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your detailed answer.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. And as I have told you, if in case you would have asked the question in some other aspect and my answer would be in different aspect, because there are some questions which are very generalized one. Probably I wouldn't have understood the way what you are asking. If you feel anything in that one, in that way, I would like Vaidehi ma'am to share the first URL what I have shared.
So already shared, sir. Shared.
Yeah, share the first one. No? Okay, there is a URL which has been shared to you. That is tinyurl.com/IEEE-QATNAP. Please click on that URL. In fact, I would recommend you to bookmark that URL. So any questions related to that, you can enter in that. Even though if your question is little bit generalized one in that URL, it's fine. I mean, in that form what you are filling, it's fine, because we can able to call you personally or contact you personally through email, and then we can discuss further. So that is why we have come up with this form, because in this session, especially when we are in live, there are chances that the kind of misunderstanding of the question may occur. So please bookmark that URL and ask your questions in that part. Okay, so that's all, ma'am, from the question answer.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Mrs. Nitya. Feeling gratitude and not expressing is like wrapping a present and not giving it. Thanks are the highest form of thought, and gratitude is happiness doubled by wonder. I call upon a man of energetic, Dr. S. Radharam Mohan, Professor, Faculty of Computer Application, Dr.M.G.R. Education and Research Institute, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Ma'am, before that, I'm sorry to interrupt. Sir, just give me 2 more minutes. Is it okay? Because I have prepared an online quiz for the participants. So I thought I can also share that part, because we'll also come to know about the understandings about the session, how much they have had. I'm sorry to interrupt you in between.
Yes, sir. It's okay. Carry on.
Okay. I would request the participants to go to your browser, like Google browser or Mozilla Firefox, whatever it is. Please go to that browser and then type kahoot.it. So this is a quick question, so not to worry, but I would also recommend, if you have any other second device, like if you are watching this session from YouTube, from your laptop, please use your mobile phone, or if you are already viewing from mobile phone, if you have any alternate mobile phones, you can view it. Please type www.kahoot.it and enter. It will ask for a game pin. Please enter this game pin as well. So I would be asking some in the time others join. I will be asking some 5 questions here, and each question I will be giving some 30 seconds. So you will not take more than 2 minutes to complete, or 3 minutes to complete all this quiz activity. So the question will be asked in the top, and there are choices with different colors, and you need to choose the right color. So with that, we can come to know what is the exact answer you are giving. Okay, and this Kahoot quiz, let's see who is in the top of this quiz. Even if you are viewing from YouTube, you can always type this one, www.kahoot.it, and enter the game pin. If you could be able to see the screen, you can do it. So I will just give 1 minute of time probably for all to join, because I know we have huge participants today who is seeing this, but I will give 1 minute so that how many of them have joined, we can start the quiz. Forty seconds. Okay, the last 20 seconds, and then we'll start the quiz. Can we start? Okay. So for others also, if you're joining, you can join. Anyway, the first two questions I have just keep it as a trial question. So you still have another 30 seconds to join, but by the time we will also start playing this quiz. Okay. So let me give start. So as I told, the first two questions are trial questions. So just to make you feel how this quiz will be. First, what is IEEE? And from the device, you can choose what is the right answer. I think in the screen, you will be seeing 4 colors, red, yellow, blue, green. Choose the right color. Each question gives, each question I have given 30 seconds of time. So answer accordingly. Okay. So IEEE is Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineering. So this is the right answer. Next question is also trial question, and it will be very small question, a silly question. How many E's are present if we expand IEEE, that is Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineering? How many E's are available? Okay, so we have 8 E's. Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineering. Okay, so these two just for sample, so don't worry, the next questions are not this much simple. So let's get into the real game. Okay, how to access IEEE XPLORE digital library? What is the right URL? If you remember, I have shared this in the PPT, right? Okay, the right URL is IEEE.org. Let's see who's in the top. Shakti is in the top, Praveen in second, Padu in third place. The next question, what are all the special advantages of HTML full text when compared to PDF? I have explained this if you remember. Okay, so most of them have entered the right answer. So 11 of them have entered the right answer. Let's see who's in the top. K. Ganesh in the top, Eddie in second, and Shakti is in third. The next question is, can alert be set only to search terms? Is it true or false? Only to the search term can we set alert? Okay, so we can also set alert even for the journals. You remember I have told that. Okay, so let's see the next question. Where can you find information about publishing articles in IEEE? I have explained this 2 times. One in the session, then in the Q&A part also. Okay, so that is found in resource and help. Last question. So after the last question, we'll see who's in the top. This is the last question. It's a true or false question. We can find details about author affiliated organization from author affiliation. Is it true or false? It's a very easy question. Okay, it is true. So we have completed the quiz. Let's see who's in the top. The third place, it goes to Prageet. Second goes to Tamilarasu. And the first, it goes to K. Ganesh. Wow, congratulations to all the 3 winners. And fourth is for Prashant and fifth is Bala. So thank you all for energetically participating on this quiz. And yes, this quiz is an area where we can able to understand how much you have been concentrating on this session for past 1 hours. And anyway, it's a funny quiz, not that much of difficulty. And I believe you also have received the URL like IEEE task quiz. You can also fill this quiz. So normally our procedure is after the training part, we will be giving you a task. And as I have told you, you can fill this Google form. So with that, winner of that task will get some amazing prizes from IEEE. So the deadline for that task would be, for you to fill that form would be by Monday evening. So after that, that task part will be, we'll be asking some questions through Radha Rammohan sir, or we'll be sharing that questions in through your email IDs. So you need to fill that in another Google form. So we will choose the winner from that. Sure. So that's all from my side. And once again, I'm leaving my contact detail. If you want, you can make note of it. Thank you all the participants, and thank you Radharam sir, Vaidehi ma'am, Jayashree ma'am, Muralidharan sir, and also the HODs and director ma'am.
Thank you. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Unmute.
Yes, sir. Sir, you can proceed with your vote of thanks.
Okay. I start with our Honorable Chairman, respected Vice Chancellor, Dean, HOD, additional HODs, our colleagues, and all participants. It's a great privilege for me to propose a vote of thanks in this occasion. I, on behalf of our department and organizers of this student development program, extend a very hearty vote of thanks to the Honorable Speaker, Mr.R.PERIASAMY Pradeep, of this session, who has accepted our invitation and took out his valuable time of his busy schedule. Of course, it's not easy to render a session for a searching methodology. it's very difficult actually. Taking a session on a particular topic, of course, it is feasible, it is easy to deliver. But taking a session on searching methodologies for research or for any technical aspects, it's not that much easy. But our speaker, has, Mr. Pradeep, has given it very nicely. He was able to trigger the minds who is aspiring for research or patent or any new concepts. That's a very nice, fantastic session I could see. And I also relished the entire session. I was at the session, I was watching through YouTube, but it was very nice. And I thank Mr. Pradeep for his very good contribution and taken much effort on giving such a session. And I thank our special thanks, my special thanks to our department staff members who have coordinated with us to allow students to participate, and also our team, the organizing team. There are 5 people are there who are working out and out for the last 4-5 days for this program to execute in a very proper way. So I thank everybody. I thank Pradeep sir, very nice, very much, and hope this will fulfill the requirement of the students as it is a student development program. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. But where there is a will, there is a way. If there is a chance in millions that you can do something, anything to keep from the ending. Here we go, our proud department AV and our esteemed university AV, a view of it. We are going to see the video of our department as well as our university. Thank you, ma'am. Students are requested to fill the feedback form link provided in the chat box to get your attendance as well as the certificate. The same will be circulated by your class in charges through the groups. I repeat, students are requested to fill the feedback form link provided in the chat box to get your today's attendance and e-certificate. The same will be circulated by your class in charges through your groups. With this, we are just going to finish off with our university video. University video will be played now.
நாளை நமதென்று சொல்லுவோம், நல்ல பாதையில் செல்லுவோம். கல்வியே கண்கள் என்றுமே புது தலைமுறை நம் பெயர் சொல்லுமே. நாளை நமதென்று சொல்லுவோம், நல்ல பாதையில் செல்லுவோம். கல்வியே கண்கள் என்றுமே புது தலைமுறை நம் பெயர் சொல்லுமே. தடையேதும் கிடையாது மலை போல முன்னேறு. Come on Nanda, come on Nanda, let you try திரும்பிடலாம். Come on Nanda, come on Nanda, சிகரத்தை எட்டலாம். Come on Nanda, come on Nanda, புது இந்தியா அழைக்கலாம். Come on Nanda, come on Nanda, புது உலகை படைக்கலாம். நாளை நமதென்று சொல்லுவோம், நல்ல பாதையில் செல்லுவோம். கல்வியே கண்கள் என்றுமே புது தலைமுறை நம் பெயர் சொல்லுமே.
Dr.M.G.R, Educational and Research Institute University.
Thank you, ma'am. With this, me, Jayashree, along with the host, Mrs. Vaidegi, and we, the organizing team, signing off. We'll meet in yet another event shortly. Thank you and goodbye.